have no idea how to start this.
Your name?
Hi, welcome to NerdLush. I'm Elizabeth Ann. You probably know me as your hostess, possibly with the mostest. I don't know. Yeah. We're here today with the friend of the site, Phil X.
That's me.
Big help to us on numerous occasions. So, you know, as we start our video interviews, our inaugural one is with our buddy, Phil X.
I feel very, very fortunate to be the first video interview. I was thinking about the whole drive here. I was thinking, the first NerdLush video interview.
Well, we're excited to have you here.
Me too. I'm glad to be here. I'm going to try to enunciate. I'm very excited. I might mumble a little bit.
Well, and I talked to, or I had a question posted on your Facebook page. So some of these questions come from the fans.
Whoa.
Some of the
I have fans?
I know, right?
Come on. You're
No,
joking.
No, I'm lying. I'm totally lying here.
I think you meant some of these questions came from your fan.
Well, yeah.
Like singular.
Yeah, it's true. They all
Okay.
came from one guy. His name is Chris 6. No, seriously, Chris, we love you. So, but the Facebook fans sent in some questions. Some of them were very similar to ones that the NerdLush crew already had come up with.
Nice.
So we didn't use them. And some of them were, when are you coming here to wherever it is that they lived? So
yeah. We'll talk about here in a minute.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
But some of them are very specific, so if they are a Facebook question that was pretty specific, I will let you know. Your fans sent it out. So let's just start with the basic stuff. What first connected you to music?
My dad. I was a tyke. Well, actually, my mom said that I used to cry a lot when I was a baby, and I would stop when my dad started playing bouzouki. He would just start playing bouzouki, and I'd be like bawling my eyes out. I don't know why. I'm not like a crybaby or anything. But when I was a baby, I was. So I'm crying, and he starts playing bouzouki, and I'm like, what's that going in my ear? Like music. It's just, I was like intrigued from the beginning. So then my dad loved being the bouzouki guy. You know, he'd go to a party, and it was like Elvis is in the building because he brought his bouzouki. He knew like a million songs, and he could entertain an entire room of Greeks for like till 5 in the morning. And then he goes, I need a guitar player. You're 5. You're playing guitar. So yeah, that was a connection. They always had music in my house. They loved music. My dad was had old beat up reel-to-reel tape recorders and little microphones out all the time, and he would get all us 4 kids singing a Greek song, and I mean that's documented somewhere. I gotta go to my mom's house and find it all and just start listening to it and have flashbacks.
Post it on YouTube.
Yeah, that would be crazy, right? YouTube.
Okay, so what inspires your songs? Would it be like a moment or a particular sound or an idea that's caught? And then more on that, how do you take that inspiration and that spark and turn it into something that you want to share with your audience?
Well, that's a great question. But I'm not answering it.
Oh.
Okay.
He doesn't love us anymore, really. I'm sad.
I love you all. It's funny, it could be, the spark could come from something that I hear. Like it could be at a Starbucks, it could be anywhere. You could be in your car and somebody's yelling at somebody in the next car. And it could just trigger something and you go, oh, that could be a song. And sometimes it's, I don't know how the hell I came up with Air Hockey Champion of the World, except for I love air hockey. And
now you have your own air hockey.
I know, and then ironically enough, this song's about a loser. You know, and people are like, I'm the air hockey champion of the world. I'm like, okay. It's like when Sting, like people write me and Every Breath You Take is my favorite song. And he's like, what's wrong with you people? It's one of those things. Like really look into the lyrics. Usually it's not about what you think it is. You got to read between the lines and stuff. And I love that. I love double entendre stuff. I love, double meaning if you don't know what that means. I love tongue-in-cheek shit. Like deep in the cheek. Tongue way down there. But it's like that kind of thing just really, I love that. And then people are like, some people love my lyrics and some people hate my lyrics. And the funny thing is I figured it out that people that hate my lyrics don't get my lyrics. Read a book, So, it's that kind of thing. But the inspiration always comes from, like, it's definitely a moment. And sometimes it's, when you're driving and you put your ticker on, every time I hear my ticker, when I'm making a left turn or a right turn or whatever, I write a song. It's going tick, 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 it'll pound, pound the bitch crazy. I mean, that all comes from that stuff. It all comes from everywhere. And musically, you know, I'll hear a melody in my head, and if I forget the melody, then it wasn't worth latching onto my brain.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, I'll record, I'm driving, because a lot of stuff happens in my truck. A lot of inventive, creative moments.
Well, this is LA, and a lot of
Yeah.
time is spent driving.
Yes, in traffic and shit. So my dictaphone in my phone is my best friend, because I got an idea and I just speak it or sing it or hum it into my phone, and then when I get home it's documented. And when after you catalog all these ideas, and then I could not listen to an idea for months, but then I'm looking for a bridge for a song that I've been working on, and I'll go down the ideas one by one, and hey, idea 17, that's a great bridge for this song. Or a chorus, I'll sing, hey, this is a great chorus. And then when I get to it, I'm like, well, it's not a great chorus, but it would be an awesome verse for this song. So, and then I don't force it. Like, that's a great part, I'm gonna force it into the song. And then have like a Frankenstein GPS song.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I make it fit. So that's happened on numerous occasions. So it's a cool way to create. I love it. One down! This is gonna take a long time!
No, not really.
Okay.
Okay, which of your songs do you have the strongest emotional connection to?
Wow. Actually, there's a couple of songs on a new record that you haven't heard yet. I'm sorry about that. The funny thing about it, like, you know, when you listen to Kick Your Ass in 17 Minutes, every song's about either, if it's not Air Hockey Champion of the World, which is about a loser, it's like, you know, I Wish My Beer Was As Cold As Your Heart, which is a crazy ex-girlfriend, or Sunny Days, which is a crazy ex-girlfriend, or Beautiful Apartment, which is a crazy ex-girlfriend, or From the Future, which is
There's a
I'm From
theme
the Future.
here. Do not date this man. You will end up a song, and it'll be all bad.
Okay, but Sunny Days was about my friend's ex-girlfriend.
So he says.
But the funny thing is that, you know, I can speak freely with, you know, because I'm still great friends with my ex-wife, Ninette. But when she heard Sunny Days, she thought it was about her. And I swear to God, I swore up and down it wasn't, because it wasn't. I was seeing from a distance, my friend go through this relationship and lose his mind. And I wrote the song about him, because his girlfriend was, you know, belonged to a well-known family in Los Angeles area, trust fund kid, who the sunshine is handed to you on a daily basis on a platter, and you choose to be a fucking bitch every day and to people. And I'm like, I don't get it. So Sunny Days were made for you, but your downward spiral is, you're fucking ruining the whole thing. So that's what Sunny Days is about. Just to give you an example. I wish my
Now
beer was,
you know.
Right. I Wish My Beer Was As Cold As Your Heart. It's just funny. It's just a funny song. You know, it's a funny saying. People like it. It should be a country song. That's why I got my buddy to play banjo on it. But, you know, it's a rock and roll number.
So which ones, like I Wish My Beer Was As Cold As Your Heart, just make you giggle when you hear him play, or when you play him? Just laugh.
Laugh. Okay, nothing necessarily makes me laugh, but I love the response of the audience. Because there's the fans that know every song and every lyric, and there's the fans that don't know every song and every lyric. And when I say, here's a song called I Wish My Beer Was As Cold As Your Heart, you see the audience just light up and go, that's a great title, or laugh, or something like that. You always get a response, which I really like. When we were in the UK, I didn't even have to sing the tagline. I swear, I just, and the whole room would sing, I wish my beer was as cold as your heart. I mean, it's on video. In Glasgow, they were super loud. In London, they were super loud. Just going back, I mean, and even when we did Air Hockey Champion, we didn't know what to expect when we went to England. And I know I've gone a left turn on this answer, but when we were in England, and the audience, and we're going, and the whole entire room goes, ow, ow, and I'm like, I look at Dan, my bass player, and Dan looks at me, and we're looking at each other going, what the fuck was that? Is something wrong with my microphone? Because it was so loud, and so reverberant, and so ricocheting off all the walls. It was like, it was a magical moment. It really was.
Very cool, very cool. Well, you already brought up, Rebringing the Rock and Roll, last year's album release.
Yeah, 2011.
But you have a new album coming out
Yes.
very soon, October of this year.
Yes.
So tell us about the new album.
Okay. There's a few songs on it that I wrote a very, very long time ago. There's a song called Stink, and I put a preview on YouTube, but I actually wrote the song 7 years ago, because the tagline is I'm all over you like stink on shit. And somebody on the comments, some people would comment, well, it's still following the Steel Panther funny dick songs kind of thing, and I'm like, no dude, I wrote that song 7 years ago. I didn't change a word, it's how it was. So, pre-Steel Panther, let's just get that out there. I love Steel Panther, by the way, go all the time. So there's songs on there that I super duper connect to because it's all from experience. It really, really is. There was a song on there that, again, it's one of the heavier riffs, and when you hear me singing, you don't really know what I'm talking about, but the song is actually about taking a chance. And I got really poetic. I like getting poetic sometimes. Like, I'm not going to call myself a genius and clever and stuff like that. I'm just saying I love poetic. So there's a line in there that says, it's like an oasis strapped to a bomb. And to me, that's a poetic way of saying you have to take a chance. Like, it could blow up in your face, but you have to take chances. And that's what life is really all about. So, and you know, lyrically, I really don't try to, you know, I'm not an A, B, C, D kind of lyrical guy, but I'm also not a, wow, that verse has nothing to do with the chorus kind of guy. It all ties together, but you really have to think about it. You know, I love to provoke the thought. So anybody could get something completely different from it. So that's kind of, I like to do that too. But there's a couple of songs, like I went through a moment. The moment was, am I ever gonna write a good song again? And then something happens in your life, whether it's with a person or an event or something happens, and you just soak it in and absorb it, and what comes out, you're like almost like a funnel, and what comes out is 4 awesome songs. And I mean, I can say awesome because I feel like they're awesome. So, and that's just an opinion, and you can give me your opinion later. But
I've heard several of the songs. Shh, don't tell anyone. They are awesome.
Wow, very much. You want to say that louder so I don't have to, like, I can plug my ears?
They are awesome.
So the thing that's really cool is the way I've approached recording too, because I'm not usually like this. Like, it's kind of like, you know, the Drills was a 3-piece, and I wanted to sound like Live Off the Floor and as live as seeing 3 guys as possible. But there's one song called I Want to Kill You Just a Little, and when I came up with the bridge, it's just a breakdown. The drums and the bass go away, it's just the guitar just doing this little really cool chuggy thing. Mm-hmm. And then I'm thinking, wouldn't it be cool if that was cellos? And I thought, you know what, it might be typical to do cellos, but I have a cello player at my disposal who's a great friend, Adrienne Woods. She came in and she laid down the cello, and I was like, it has to be cello. I mean, it's one thing to try it, and then you can say, well, at least I tried it. I don't want to put out the record and go, I wonder what it would have been like with cellos. Now there's cellos, and it sounds amazing. And the funny thing is when I play for a friend of mine who's an engineer, and he goes, wow, how'd you do the cello? Is that a plugin or something? That sounds amazing. I'm like, it's a cello. It's a real deal. I'm not going to go and play it on a keyboard and get the right sound and stuff like that.
Well, it's like with the last album on Swatted Fly. On the album, it's on piano.
Yes.
And
I don't play piano.
No,
So,
and I've seen you do it once. He's only done it once for me.
Twice.
No, you've done it twice, but you've only done it once for me on the acoustic.
Not acoustic electric, but it was twice.
I heard it on
Our CD release party at the Federal, and then again at my
Quit
birthday.
flipping me off.
And my, it's not the flipper, and my birthday at the
I
Big Bus
wasn't
Cantina.
here for your birthday.
Then that's your fault.
No, I gave you a present before your birthday.
I know you did, and it was
But
awesome.
I wasn't
Thank you.
here.
Okay.
You drove me to the
So it is
airport.
only once that you heard it, yes.
Yeah.
And you know what you missed at my birthday? Okay, I'm gonna do this.
My interviewee has run away.